I'd like to start by just saying that our coaches, I felt like, have done a tremendous job in this 2013 year recruiting. There's a lot of organization that goes along with it, and Coach Pierce does a tremendous job as our recruiting coordinator of keeping all of our coaches organized and on task at what we need to get done and make sure we get all our paperwork in and those type of things. But you know, our coaches have done a tremendous job of getting out and finding a lot of players, and some of these kids that we were actually going to actually sign today are kids that we had seen as juniors, and so got to give our coaches a lot of credit for all the work they've done in this. But this year was a year where we felt like we needed to go out and find the best possible players, but our main focus was going to be in the offensive line and the defensive line, and that's an area where we've been successful in the past. We have a lot of our former guerrillas that are in the Hall of Fame here at Pittsburg State that are offensive and defensive linemen. We wanted to continue that trend, and we feel like that you know, recruiting a good group of senior high school offensive and defensive linemen would be somewhere where we definitely needed to start. So I'll start with the defensive line, and you know, kind of the one guy that sticks out maybe is Daniel August from Victor Christian. He's 6'4", 270-pound defensive end, has a lot of movement to him, and we feel like you know, he's definitely a guy that you know, could get ready at the college level fairly quick because of his size and his strength. Antoine Brown's another defensive end from Tulsa East Central, a little bit undersized, but a very active player that you know, makes a lot of things happen. Very athletic, and you know, just really excited about the things that he can bring to the table. Jared Murphy's a young man from Prairie Grove, Arkansas, that Coach Helwig really likes a lot. That is a guy that could possibly play defensive end or defensive tackle, and he's a guy that could, you know, do a lot of things, and we're really excited about his ability that he has. José Speer, defensive end from Webb City, another young man from Webb City that, you know, won another state championship and really knows how to win. He plays hard, plays fast. I think Coach Wells and Coach Helwig feel like he's a very similar high school player to Joe Oswald on our team, who's been very successful. So we're excited about Jose. Andy Brestel, a young man from Fort Gibson, you know, very good academic kid that plays hard. He's extremely strong and will give us some more depth at the defensive tackle position. So defensive line is definitely a position where we really strengthened ourselves. Offensive line, we'll start off with Jacob Ralph. Jacob is a young man that our coaches you know, saw as a junior, and you know, Coach Rampy and Coach Wells have been very excited about him for a long time, and he had some other offers and some other possibilities to go some other places, and we feel like we're very fortunate to get him. He's got some size. He's a very smart player. He's got some length to him, and just really excited about you know, getting Jacob Ralph. Chase Carney, another young man from Arkansas and from Fayetteville, and Chase, a young man that also plays basketball, and he's an athletic offensive lineman that will continue to get bigger and stronger. And again, just another offensive lineman with some length to him that we feel like something that we needed to add to our group of offensive linemen. Bo Farrow is a little bit undersized, but man, is he explosive and powerful, and was a great center for Broken Arrow High School in Oklahoma. State champion in shot and disc, and just another example of his explosiveness. Dexton Robertson from Oklahoma. Dexton's a young man that would probably have had some other offers at some bigger schools if he wouldn't have had an injury, but 6'3", probably 295, 300 pounds, plays really well, moves up and down the basketball court well. Just a guy that you know, feel like he'll definitely fit in as a grill offensive lineman. Kelly Wortham from Yukon, Oklahoma, another guy that Coach Wiemers is recruiting and recruited, and he's from the same high school that Matt Howard, one of our former All-American offensive linemen, are from, and we're excited to get back into that area and recruit somebody from UConn. So he'll be a good addition, along with Ryan Cipriani from Blue Valley West, a young man that we had in camp, and you know, Ryan is another one that's got good size to him. He will continue to get bigger and stronger, and he's another one that we really liked on video, and we are very excited about having him. And then the last offensive lineman will be Ben Saint from Fort Zumwalt West up around St. Louis. Extremely strong, 300 pounds, moves well, very aggressive young man that is about as strong as high school player as we've recruited for a long time. When you look at the inside linebackers, there's a couple that really stood out, and Demetrius Bernard is definitely one of them. And he's a young man that is very physical, gets downhill really well, very aggressive, really finds a way to get to the ball carrier in a hurry. And Demetrius is somebody that's maybe not quite as tall as some of the linebackers we've had here, but boy, makes up for it in his speed and his size and his strength and his ability to get to the football in a hurry. Jaxon Uhles, a young man from Norman that you know, we feel like he's another one that's 230 pounds, finds a way to get to the football. Just a really solid, good football player. We're excited about Jaxon. We really didn't recruit too many people at some of the offensive skill positions, but when we have, we'll start off by talking about David Cardinal, running back out at Hayes High. He originally is from Denver, Colorado, but moved to Hayes his high school career, and had a nice career for Coach Cornelison out there at Hayes High, and just a really you know, good running back that has his own style to how he plays, but really excited about the things that he can do. And he's a young man that really fell in love with Pittsburg State on his visit, and it was just a really good fit for him when he came on his visit. Quarterback, we kind of got in late on a young man, and it really ended up working out well for us. But Thomas LePage from Jefferson City, Missouri, is a young man that is, by watching him on video and visiting with his dad and his mom and dad, and his dad's the head high school coach there at Jefferson City, and getting to sit down and visit with him, and just feel like it was kind of everything happened in a hurry, but it felt like I got a good feel for the work ethic that he has and the type of athlete he is. He seems to be a very gutty kid that will really play hard, and he's definitely a dual threat quarterback. He throws the ball well. He runs under 50 in the 400 meters in track and field, and just a real gutsy kid that does a lot of nice things that we're excited about. Wide receiver Kellen Sims from Derby is a great athlete that's played some quarterback and some receiver and some wildcat stuff for them, and has, you know, played some limited time on the defensive side, but he's skilled enough to be a defensive back or a corner. Just a very versatile young man and very talented, so we're excited about Kellen Sims. Aren Martin's a receiver from Lebanon that's going to come and do both football and track here, and a very talented young man that played some receiver and running back for Lebanon, and is also a great quarter miler and very athletic, so excited about Aren. The other positions on offense, we got tight end. We excited about Colin Aubuchon from Lee Summit. He's a young man that has some experience blocking as an offensive tackle, but he's also played the tight end position. He runs extremely well for his size, very powerful in the weight room, very explosive. Just really runs really well, and we're excited about what he can do for us at the tight end position, along with Carson Letchworth from Blue Springs, and Andy Otting's another young man, I think, from Topeka Hayden, that his best football's ahead of him. He's going to continue to get bigger and stronger, and he's a good football player now, but project him to be a really good football player one of these days as a tight end. You know, and then that's really kind of the main group, and then defensively, the only other position would be secondary, and didn't sign a lot of players in the secondary. Got a little bit of help at semester with Izzy Masalera's brother Isaac, but Deontre Youngblood is a young man from Tulsa Central that's very talented, that is very skilled, that could play either a safety position or a corner position. He's also a very good return guy, and he brings a lot of talent, and Coach Wiemers was just very excited about getting him signed up. And then we've also got Jaxon Wright from Holton, who is a very good track athlete, very skilled player that plays extremely fast as a receiver and defensive back, and I think he'll really flourish as a corner here at Pittsburg State. And then, we had a couple additions at semester. Zach Bernhardt and Jesse Engel are both offensive linemen that transferred here from Butler County. We feel like they're guys that will give us some immediate help in the offensive line. And then, I talked about Isaac Masalera coming and helping us at the safety position and joining us in the secondary with his brother Izzy. And then, we've got a couple other young men that came to our team at semester, and Owen Jordan from Fort Scott Junior College, Keith Jordan's son. Keith coaches there at Fort Scott Junior College, and Ethan Smith is a transfer that he's originally from Caney, but also played at Coffeyville, is transferring back here from Sioux Falls, so we're excited about him being added to our roster as well. So that's it in a nutshell. I think that again, the signing day is a day that we're extremely excited about as a coaching staff. It's one of those things. It's somewhat of a relief to get this group put together, but boy, we feel like it's a very, very strong group, and that we can add it to the last two recruiting classes that we have that we feel are very good will be a bonus for Pittsburg State. So looking forward to spring ball next.